Hi guys, it's Miss Matheny. I'm going to go over your Unit 3 study guide to get you ready for your test tomorrow, Thursday. So just follow along with me and I'll show you step by step and we'll talk about it as we go. So we'll get everything all straightened out and good and ready. Okay? All right, here we go. I'm just going to do problems on the whiteboard here and move along that way. All right. Write an algebraic expression. Number 1 says 8 less than 6 times a number. So we can use that a number, and that can be our variable, which you know me, I like to use x. Okay? So we're looking at 8 less than 6 times a number. 6 times a number. Remember, that's multiply, minus 8. Remember, it said 8 less than. So that's take away 8. Okay? Number 2 says 9 added to the product of 8 and B. 9 added to the product of 8 and B. The product means multiply of 8 and B, so that would be 8B, because remember, that means multiply, and then I'm adding 9 to it. 9 added to the product of 8 and B. Okay, number 3, the product of 4 and the sum of 6 and a number. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 4 times the sum of 6 and a number, which would be 6 plus x. So I'm going to multiply 4 times that. I'm going to have to use my parentheses, and it's going to be 4 times the sum of 6 and x. If you wrote it this way, it's the same thing, because it doesn't matter the order when you add numbers together. This is like 6 plus 5 and 5 plus 6. Okay, so either way is correct. Okay, number 4. 7/8 of a number. 7/8 of means multiply a number. There's your variable. 7/8 x. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze number 5 right in here. And number 5 is 14 less than. Okay, so that's going to be minus 14. The quotient of A and 12. Quotient means divide. A comes first, so it's A divided by 12 minus 14. Okay, remember we said we're going to start seeing division written like that more and more. And we're going to start seeing multiply with our variables written like this more and more. That means 6 times x, 8 times b, 7/8 times x. Okay? All right, next section, it says evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable. This is my plugging and chugging. Okay, number 6. Our expression is 8k minus 9 divided by 3. Okay, and k is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it. 8 times 5, that's not 85, that's 8 times 5 minus 9 divided by 3. Okay, this is how we work out order of operations. Remember, I want to see this. Okay, first thing I do is I'm going to do multiply and divide from left to right, because there's no parentheses, no exponents. First multiply is my 8 times 5, so that'll become 40, minus 9 divided by 3. This is where most kids make their mistake right here. What comes next? My division. So my divide comes next, and that's 40 minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. So now I do my subtraction, and my answer is 37. Okay? Do your charts for order of operations, please. Okay. Number 7 has got some fractions in it, but we'll work through it. 10W, this is number 7, plus 9x minus 4, if W is 1/2 and x is 2. Okay, so it's going to be 10 times 1/2 plus 9 times 2 minus 4. Okay, remember you can see multiplication like this, or you might see it like this. Okay, either way is okay. I like the parentheses, but if you want to use the dot, that's okay. All right, I don't know why I just underlined all of that. Anyway, okay, so no parentheses. Well, this is already solved in the parentheses, but here we know that means multiply. Okay, so I have multiply, addition, multiply, subtraction. So I'm going to multiply first, and I'm going to multiply the one on the left first. Okay, 10 over 1 times 1/2 is equal to 10 over 2, which is 5. Okay, so this becomes 5 plus 9 times 2 minus 4. Okay, this was all kind of just to get to that 5. All right, now I'm going to multiply my 9 times 2. 5 plus 9 times 2 is 18 minus 4. Now I'm going to add and subtract from left to right. I'm going to add first. 5 plus 18 is 23 minus 4. And I'm going to subtract, and my answer is 19. Okay, see that fraction wasn't so bad in there. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. Okay? Sorry. Okay, number 8. 8. Here we go. All right. Y to the second power minus 10 divided by 5 plus x. Y is equal to 2.5 and x is equal to 4. Okay, that's 2.5 squared. You don't have to put the parentheses there if you don't want to. Maybe I'll just write it like this. Minus 10 divided by 5 plus 4. Okay, here we go. What do I do first? I have an exponent. So I'm going to take care of my exponent first. Wait a minute. Oh, I got all mixed up. See, I don't have you guys here to tell me to do the problem right. X is 2.5 and Y is 4. Okay, sorry about that. See, y'all keep me straight. When I have to do it by myself, I have a hard time. All right, let's try that again. Okay, Y squared would be 4 squared, or to the second power, minus 10 divided by 5 plus 2.5. There we go. All right, my exponent comes first. 4 times 4. Not 4 times 2. Remember, that's your fatal flaw. Not 4 times 2. 4 times 4. 4 to the second power is 16 minus 10 divided by 5 plus 2.5. Go across. I'm going to do my division next. 16 minus 10 divided by 5 is 2 plus 2.5. Now I'm going to subtract and add from left to right. Subtract comes first. 16 minus 2 is 14 plus 2.5. Now I'm going to add, and that gives me 16.5. Okay? All right. Now, let's see if I can get number 9 right without writing it down incorrectly. X to the third power divided by y to the second power minus 8. Okay? That's a division sign. Don't let it throw you. Okay? If x is 5 and y is 3. Okay? So this becomes 5 to the third power over 3 to the second power minus 8. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do my exponents first. 5 to the third power means 5 times 5 times 5. Okay? And that equals 125 over. Now I'm going to do my other exponent. 3 times 3, not 3 times 2, is 9 minus 8. Okay? Now I'm going to take care of my 9 minus 8. So I'm going to do my subtraction. So that becomes 125 over 1. And then that becomes 125. Okay? And the reason you do this subtraction right here, okay, is because you can kind of think of everything underneath this bar in parentheses if you want to. Okay? Because you've got to get one term on top and one term on the bottom, and then you can divide. Okay. That was 9. All right, number 10 talks about a formula. We did a couple of these together on our half sheets. The formula for the volume of a cube is V equals S to the third power. What is the volume of the cube if each side length measures 2/3 feet? So that's my S. S stands for side. Okay? So V is going to be equal to not 2/3 times 3, but 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3. Okay? All right, let's do the first multiplication. Remember, we multiply straight across the numerator, straight across the denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9, 4/9. And we bring our other one down. Now we have 4 times 2 is 8. And 9 times 3 is 27. Can I reduce that? Nope. No common factors. So that's got to stay. V is equal to 8 over 27 feet. Okay? All right. Number 11 deals with Fahrenheit and Celsius, which nobody can ever remember how to keep those two straight. Okay, the expression 5/9 times Fahrenheit minus 32 shows how to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius, where F represents the temperature in Fahrenheit. What is the temperature in degrees Celsius when the temperature is 95 degrees Fahrenheit? So our F is going to be equal to 95.
Number 11.
Oh, I'm doing number 11. Thanks, Dad. My dad is my executive producer on this video. Okay, so now I'm going to write the problem out. 5/9, I'm going to write the formula out, times F minus 32. 5/9 times 95 minus 32. Okay, I'm going to do my parentheses first. 5/9 times 95 minus 32 is 63. Now I'm going to do my multiply. 5/9 times 63. I'm going to come over here and write it like this. Okay? And when you multiply straight across, 63 times 5 is 315 over 9. And if you do your division, you will see that 315 divided by 9 is 35. So your final answer for number 11 is 35. What is the temperature in degrees Celsius? So it would be 35, that's a degree mark right there, and Celsius. Okay? All right, guys, gotta remember your fraction rules. When you add and subtract, you need common denominators, which are factors. And when you multiply straight across the numerator and the denominator. And when you divide, remember, you multiply by the reciprocal of the second number. Okay? All right, number 12. It says write an equivalent expression for each expression. It gives you m times m times m times m. I call it the long form or the expanded form. And what that gives us is, that would be m to the 1, 2, 3, 4, m to the 4th power. Okay? Number 13 is C plus C plus C plus D plus 3D. Okay? All right, so if there's just a C, that means how many C's? 1, right? So I have, and I'm combining like terms here. So I have 1C plus 1C plus 1C gives me how many C's? 3. Okay, taking care of those. And then I have 1D and 3 more D's, so that's 4D. Remember, a variable that looks like this, if it doesn't have a coefficient, it is assumed that it is a 1. Okay, number 14. See if I can write this one down right. 9 times 9 plus 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, 9 times 9 is 9 squared plus 5 to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th power. Now, let's talk about this answer for a minute, okay? They want an equivalent expression. Remember, an expression is 2 or more terms separated by add and subtract. So if I solved this, that would not be an expression. It would be one number, okay? So we're looking for something that's equivalent to that, which would be this, okay? All right, 15, use a distributive property to write an equivalent expression. All right, we should be pretty good at this, guys. Number 15, we've done the distributive property before. 3 times 3C, is that plus or minus D? I think it looks like minus D, okay? Remember, 3 times 3C, 3 times 3 is 9C, minus 3 times D is 3D. Okay, that gives me 9c minus 3d. Okay, all right, 16. 2 times 4x plus 3 times 6, that's not a 6, 6x minus 10. Okay, now notice that right there just means to multiply 2 times 4x. So 2 times 4 is 8x plus, here I have to distribute because there are 2 terms in the parentheses that I cannot combine. 3 times 6 is 18x, okay? And 3 times 10 is 30, but we're going to take away the 30, okay? Because that's a minus right there. So 8 plus 18 is 26x minus 30. All right, number 17. I think I can fit that one on here. 5 times 2m minus 4n. What are we going to do here? 2 terms I can't combine. I'm going to distribute. 5 times 2m is 10m. 5 times 4 is 20 minus 20n. Okay? Hope this is making sense to you. Okay. Let me get some water. Hang on. This makes me thirsty. All right, what did I just do? I did number 17. Okay, we'll do number 18. 11x plus 5 times 2x minus 4. Okay, I can bring my 11x down, but now I need to distribute. 5 times 2x is 10x minus 5 times 4 is 20. So now I can combine this and this because they're like terms. 21x minus 20. Okay, done with that one. Next section. Are the 2 expressions equivalent? So we're looking at 2 of them and we're comparing. This is number 19. Okay, number 19 says 14x plus 2y and 14x plus 14y. I'm comparing this one to this one. This one's already simplified. This one I have to simplify. Distributive property, 2 terms inside. 14x plus 14 times 2 is 28y. Okay, is that the same as 14x plus 14y? Absolutely not. So these expressions are not equivalent. And when it says to say why, your math says why. Because when you distribute, you get 14x plus 28y, and that does not equal 14x plus 14y. Okay, let's do number 20. It's the same type thing. 3c, I can't see these minus and plus signs, minus 9d, and my second expression is 3 times c minus 3d. This one's already simplified. Can't do anything with it. Okay, I can work on this one. I can distributive property. So that gives me 3c minus 3 times 3 is 9d. What's over here? 3c minus 9d. Are those equal? Yes, they are, because when you distribute the 3, you get that. And that equals that. Okay? All right, I've got one more of those to do. Number 21. Five times 6a plus 4b and 20b plus 30a. Okay, this one's fine. Can't simplify it. Done with that one. That one, we're good. This one over here, I can simplify by using the distributive property. 5 times 6a is 30a, and 5 times 4b is 20b. Now, is that equivalent to 20b plus 30a? Is 30 plus 20 the same thing as 20 plus 30? Yes, it is. Remember, when you're adding numbers, you can do them, you can flip the order. So even though they don't look just alike, they are actually equivalent, because 30a plus 20b is the exact same thing as 20b plus 30a. Okay, that one was a little bit tricky. Okay, number 22, we've got a rectangle. Okay, this side is x plus 1, and this side is 2x plus 4. Okay, and we're looking for the perimeter. Now, hopefully you remember the perimeter is the length around the outside, like a fence. Okay, so let's look at what I know. If this is x plus 1, this side, then this side is also going to be x plus 1. If this side is 2x plus 4, then this side is going to be the same, which is 2x plus 4. Now we're just going to do a lot of adding. Okay, I'm going to start here. X plus 1, I'm going to move to this side, plus 2x plus 4, I'm going to move down here, plus x plus 1, last side, plus 2x plus 4. Hopefully you're seeing after I wrote all of that I can combine some of my terms. I've got 1x. I've got 2 more x's, which give me 3x. I've got another one, which gives me 4x, and 2 more, which give me 6x. Then I've got a 1, a 4, a 1, and a 4. So that's 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. So your answer there, the perimeter. Oh, look, no, I did not follow directions because I solved it. Yes, I did. Okay, so it just says to write an expression. So if you wrote this, that's okay. Actually, if you combine like terms and came down to this, that's okay too, because this is still what? An expression. Now, some of you may see that the perimeter of this shape is 2 sides this length and 2 sides this length. I would write that as in 2 times x plus 1 plus 2 times 2x plus 4. Okay? That's right as well. And if I worked this out, I come up with the same answer here. So really you have some choices. This is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Okay, because they're all expressions. And that's what the directions said to do. Okay, I'm going to draw again for number 23. Same type problem. Okay. Looks like we have a rectangle that's kind of divided like that, I think. And we've got 2, and then this is 4x, and then this is 6. I don't know why there's little squares around those numbers. It was probably a text box that got written in and then just ended up looking like that. Okay, so we're looking for the area, and remember, area is length times width. Okay, so the length of my shape is 2 plus 4x, and then the width of my shape is 6. So it's going to be 2 plus 4x times 6. But I don't write it like this. I write it like that. So that's 6 times 2 plus 4x. It says to write an expression. That's an expression. I'm going to simplify it. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 6 times 4x is 24x. Okay? It doesn't say you have to simplify it, so if it doesn't say you have to simplify it, either one is correct. If it says to simplify, you've got to get it to this. You're going to have to read the directions very carefully and underline some keywords in your directions, because I hate for you to miss something just because you didn't read all the directions. And some of us do that, me included. All right, number 24. Oh, it's another shape. It's a triangle. Okay. And I'm looking for the perimeter. Remember, perimeter is the length around. And if it's an equilateral triangle, that means all sides are equal. So this side is 5x, this side is 5x, this side is 5x. Okay? You can write that a couple of different ways. You can write, there's 3 sides, 3 times 5x. Or you could simply add them up. 5x plus 5x plus 5x. There you go. Okay? The question asks for an expression. So again, this one would work or this one would work. If you simplify this and get 15x, that is not an expression. Okay? This is a term, not an expression. So if you bring it all the way down to here, I'm going to have to take some points off. Okay? Won't count the whole thing wrong if I can see some of this, but if you take it down to here, you've gone too far and you haven't followed the directions. Okay, only got a few more. We can do it. My arm's getting tired. My back's getting tired. Okay, we've got some order of operations, and we're going to do our charts and go piece by piece. 4 times 9 minus 10 plus 24 divided by 6 to the second power. Okay, now remember, parentheses, exponents. So I'm going to do what's in my parentheses first. Okay? Excuse me. Write the rest of it. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And that 4 needs to be to the second power. Now I do my exponent. This right here. 4 times 9 minus 10 plus, this is not 4 times 2, it's 4 times 4, which is 16. Now I'm going to multiply, take care of these two. 4 times 9 is 36 minus 10 plus 16. I'm going to add and subtract left to right. So I'm going to do my subtraction first. 36 minus 10 is 26. And now I'm going to add to get my final answer of 42. Okay? The tricky one about this one was to do the division inside the parentheses first, get your answer there, and then bring the 2 down with it. Okay? Okay. 26. Look at my paper. Okay. 14 over 2 plus 9 minus 4 plus 6 times 5 plus 5 times 1. Okay, I'm going to double check that I wrote that down right. Yep. With something like this, it's really easy to write it down wrong. Okay? All right. Now, I don't see any parentheses. I don't see any exponents, so I'm going to multiply and divide from left to right. The first thing I see with this fraction, that's 14 divided by 2. If I simplified that fraction or did that division, I would get 7. Bring the rest, so I did that division. Okay, now I'm going to do, here's a multiply. Six times 5 is 30. I've got one more multiply I've got to do. Now I'm going to add, subtract, left to right. Add. 7 plus 9 is 16. Now I'm going to subtract. Excuse me. That's a 12. I'm going to add 42 plus 5. I'm going to add one more time, and I'm going to get 47. Okay? If you do it step by step by step, underline what you're taking care of, okay? And just work it on down, okay? Just do it one by one, step by step, and it makes it a lot easier. You know what to do, it just looks really long. All right, that was number 26. Okay, number 27 is interesting. 2 1/2 to the third power. Okay? So that's going to mean 2 1/2 times 2 1/2 times 2 1/2. Okay? When I multiply fractions, I need to get an improper fraction out of this. So to make this an improper fraction, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that's going to be 5 over 2 times 5 over 2 times 5 over 2. Okay? Now, I'm going to multiply across. Okay? I'm going to do this one first. So first of all, actually, I took care of I kind of rewrote my exponent, I guess. You could kind of say that, I guess. Now I'm going to multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 2 is 4. Bring the rest of it down. Multiply again. 25 times 5 is 125. And 4 times 2 is 6. And, wait. Oh, 8. My dad's yelling at me. Oh, he's whispering at me from behind the camera. It's 8. It's 8. It's 8. See? Gotta have somebody catching me. I had it on my paper though. It says it right there. It says 8. Just FYI. Okay, so 8 goes into 125 15 times with 5 left over. Okay? All right? Can I reduce 5/8 anymore? Nope, I'm done. There's my answer. Number 28 is kind of the same thing. It's 3/4 to the third. Okay? 3/4 times 3/4 times 3/4. Do this one first. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Nine times 3 is 27. And 16 times 4 is 64. Okay, let's see if we can reduce those. Okay, does 9 go in? Let's see. 3 goes into 27 9 times. Are those factors of 64? Nope. Okay. 3 times 9, 1 times 27. Those are the only factors of 27. So if 3 and 9 don't go into 64, that means that this, my friends, is your final answer. You can't do anything with it. Okay? That was 28. For 29, we're identifying some parts here. Okay? 4 is your coefficient. I'm going to abbreviate. X is your variable. And 9 is your constant. Okay? That was number 29. That one was already simplified, easy to do. Number 30, we're going to have to do some simplifying by distributive property before I can identify. Remember, you always have to simplify before you can identify your parts. So, draw my arrows. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 10 is 20. Now, 2 is my coefficient. X is my variable. And 20 is my constant. I'm going to give you a little hint right here if you're still listening. Okay? You will probably see a couple of these on your test, and it will be multiple choice. And I can guarantee you for number 30 right here, one of the choices will be, like choice A, will be 2 is your coefficient, X is your variable, and 10 is your constant. Okay? That is incorrect. You have to simplify and then identify. So if this is one of your choices for that, it's wrong. Okay? All right, we are on our last one. Okay, I think we're looking at Nick and Natalie. You need to pay attention because you're going to see one a lot like this on your test. Okay, what we're doing is Nick and Natalie both claim they correctly simplified for an expression. Nick said that the expression 4x plus 3x is always equal to 7x. Okay, that's Nick. And Natalie, there. Natalie says that 4x plus 3x is always equal to 7. Okay? It says part A, use the table below to solve for each of Nick and Natalie's claims with substitution. Basically, the numbers over here are 1, 2, and 3. So that means we're going to substitute a 1 in for x, and then a 2 in for x, and then a 3 for x, okay? So 4 times 1 plus 3 times 1 equals 7 times 1. I know my ones tables, so 4, oops, that's a bad 4, hang on. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Check, check. That's correct, Nick. Good job. Okay, we'll come over here and do it for Natalie. 4 times 1 plus 3 times 1 equals 7. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, good job, Natalie. That works for you as well. All right, they're both off to a good start. Now let's do 2. 4 times 2 plus 3 times 2 equals 7 times 2. Okay, 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3 times 2 is 6 equals 14. Okay, 8 plus 6 is 14 equals 14. Good job, Nick. You got number 2 right. Let's see if Natalie did. 4 times 2 plus 3 times 2 is equal to 7. Well, we can look over here and see what we did with the 4 times 2 plus 3 times 2 and do a little shortcutting and know that that's 8 plus 6 equals 7 and 14 equals 7. Uh-oh, Natalie's not right. Natalie got that one wrong. That's not right, Natalie. No, no, sorry, girlfriend. Okay, and let's try it for our 3. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12 plus 9 is equal to 21. 12 plus 9 is 21 is equal to 21. Okay, Nick got all 3 of his correct. Let's see if Natalie's works with our 3. I'm going to come over here and shortcut again, because when Nick did 4 times 3 plus 3 times 3, he got 21. And does that equal 7? No. Okay, so which student is correct? I would say that Nick is correct, okay? Because all of his worked out just fine. Natalie got lucky with the ones, but then when you started adding different amounts or values for your x, it started altering the solutions, okay? All right, you're gonna see something like this on your test, okay? And you're basically kind of proving each person. You're plugging and chugging to prove to see if what they set up in the beginning is correct, okay? All right, this video is on my e-class. You can watch it at home. You can watch it at home slowly and stop and pause when you need to. I'm also going to say that iExcel is great. You can log on to iExcel and do anything under 6th grade math, expressions. Expressions with distributive property, equivalent expressions. You can also do anything with order of operations, okay? And you need to prepare. You need to be sure you know what you're doing, okay? And good luck on your test tomorrow. I know you guys can do this because you're awesome. Last thing I'm going to say is be sure and show your work as you go. I want to see your paper look like mine. Okay? All right. I miss you guys. Good luck. Bye.